Yep, that's right. Due to the great success of the first video of 40 views, I've gone on and I'm going to do the second episode now, just stripping down these radius arms.
The radius arms for a classic Mini are essential to the suspension setup. They're attached to the rear subframe and traditionally pivot against a rubber cone while driving. Tim starts by cleaning the radius arms with a wire brush. He then starts to disassemble the brake lines from the hub. There are hard brake lines running into the backplate and soft lines that were originally attached to the main hardliners on the subframe. This can be done fairly easy with a set of spanners, a wire wheel to remove the corrosion and dirt, and a helping hand for some WD-40. The handbrake quadrants are the next to be removed, and can be tapped out once the coiter pin has been removed. We'll be replacing these with some new shiny ones, so there's no need to keep these after removing. Once the radius arm brackets are removed, the shaft can be gently tapped and then pulled out. Once again, these will be replaced with new kit, including new bushings and bearings. Next up, it's pulling the drum off. To do this, we loosen the adjustment screw on the back. This stops the brake sheaths from holding the drum on. This can be tricky due to the adjuster being flat in certain sections to make sure that the brakes don't come out of adjustment. Once the retaining screw has been taken out of the way, the drum should slide off. If it's not easy, give it a wiggle and then a tap with a hammer and it should come free. After a small fight with the hub nut cover, it finally reveals the hub nut, which is secured with a pin.
Yeah.
This is where Tim learns how to take out a split pin. Soon he realises to take the split pin out, you have to align both parts of the split pin and gently remove it. It takes him a little while to get this bit.
Oh yeah, beauty. Oh, yeesh. Lesson learnt then. Gently hit it with a hammer. Right then, it's time to take this nut off here. Unfortunately, all I have is this, which is the worst impact gun I've ever been in the presence of. I know socket isn't the right one, but I don't have the right size one, so I better brace myself. As expected, it's still there, so I'm gonna have to crack out the old breaker bar.
Five minutes later.
Yeah. I can't do it. Okay, so I made a small mistake. The radius arms are handed, obviously, and I was actually tightening the nut up for 5 minutes, which is why it was so difficult. So you got to make sure when you're undoing them that you're doing them the right way, otherwise you look like an idiot. And if you're making a YouTube video on it, you'll look even stupider. Stupider. Yeah. I got it off. So carefully remove the old one.
At this point you could just remove the backplate from the arm by undoing the 3 bolts, but since there's a full teardown, we pull the brake shoes and springs off. Pulling the adjuster side shoe out first is the easiest way to do this, but remember not to leave the spring behind. Now we can finally remove the backplate. These nuts may need cracking loose first because they can be quite stiff. don't loosen the handbrake cable bracket when you do these. And finally, the back plate is free. All that's left is to pull up the handbrake lever, rubber surround and hammer up the brake cylinder, which can be nicely corroded in there, especially if it's been leaking.
And there we have it. Passenger side's been stripped down. What we've got to do now is the driver's side. And as this is YouTube, it's as easy as... And there you go. 2 radius arms stripped down. We've got passenger side on here, and we've got the driver's side on here. Now all I'm going to do is go through the parts, work out which ones need sending off powder coating and which ones need replacing. Next episode we're going to be pulling apart the back of the Mini. We're going to be cutting it out and kind of mocking up the new panels. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe and like. I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you didn't, sorry. And yeah, thanks very much.